Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays at Exhibition Stadium. On the mound for the Tigers today is Dave Rozema, whose record is 8-4 with a 3.69 ERA. And pitching for the Blue Jays today is Dave Stieb, whose record is 2-2 with a 5.86 ERA. Okay, so we polished off the month of July. We took a loss yesterday to the Blue Jays. Gibby hit a home run in the ninth. Made it interesting, but I think the fates were written, and we just never had a shot to win that ball game. And so it goes. We finished off the month with a video. There was a trade deadline summary, which included our standings and league leaders so far through the season. And if you didn't get a chance, check that out. It was a fun video to recap the trades that had occurred so far this season, and then to see who the league leaders are. We are going to go ahead and kick off the month of August with our last game of the season versus the Blue Jays. Thank goodness. For the team that has the worst record in baseball, they absolutely have clobbered us. And we have Dave Rozema on the mound today. Rosie's coming off a string of bad starts. The current Blue Jay lineup is batting .273 against him. All of our bullpen is available with the exception of Dave Rucker. He is going to be injured for 5 days. That injury jumped his ratings up to a 90-91. So instead of sending him down, we're going to leave him up here for those 5 days. I was wrong about Keith Comstock. He does come back after today's game, so he'll be back in there, and the creeper will get sent back down. He's had a couple rough goes of it lately. So here is our lineup versus Dave Stieb. This is Dave Stieb's first start since his injury. So we'll see what he's got in store for the Tigers lineup. We have Terry Kennedy back there behind the plate. Let's do the official Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second, playing shortstop, is Alan Trammell. Batting third at first base is Greg Brock. Batting cleanup and DHing is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth at third base is George Brett. Batting sixth in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting seventh in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting eighth in catching is Terry Kennedy. And batting ninth in center field is Kevin Bass. Let's take a look at Dave Stieb. As you can see here, he's making his eighth start. 2-2 with a 5.86 ERA. Take a look at his transactions. Yeah, he suffered a bunch of injuries last year. He missed 3 months, and then another total of 9 days, and then the first, 2 months of the season for the most part. So he did not get off to a good start when he was in the rotation. Only 25 Ks in 43 innings pitched. Opponents were batting .311 against him. No complete games. His fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. His ground ball percentage, 46.9. He's got 5 pitches, but only one good one. The Blue Jays will just tear you down, man. His slider is rated an 87. Everything else is below average. The 26-year-old right-hander doesn't go to free agency until 1986. So hopefully he's got some time to improve. I mean, look at his overall rating versus his peak. I mean, that's it. Dave Stieb was probably only second to Jack Morris in the American League during the 80s in wins and maybe like quality pitches. So, okay, well, let's see. Did he make any starts versus the Tigers? He did start versus Detroit back on April 6th. And he went 7 innings, giving up 2 runs on 9 hits. Got a no decision there. Let's take a look at the Blue Jays lineup, and we have, the defense, and it looks like it's the same as The previous game, although, you know what? Ernie Whitt is in there at catcher, and Ernie Whitt has an 82 arm. Okay. All right, here's Sweet Lou leading off versus Dave Stieb. 1-2 count and a pop-up on the first baseline, caught by the catcher, Whitt. So 1 down. That will bring up Alan Trammell. Trammell 3 for 21 in his career versus Whitt. Sharply hit ground ball to short, and it's booted by Steve Davis. Trammell safe at first. So this is Brock's first at bat since his 2 home run game, 2 home runs, 7 RBI. He had a grand slam, and then we didn't even play him yesterday. He was a left-hander on the mound. He slaps it to left. There's a base hit. Trammell advances a bag to second. First and second, only 1 out. Mickey Hatcher up. Hatcher in a prolonged slump. We'll take a cut here. Striking out. He's got nothing in the tank. I feel like, he's got the most hits on the team right now, most RBIs. But, yeah, he's batting .221 with a .512 OPS in his last 20 games. It's going to leave it up to George Brett to get something done here. 3 for 6 and 2 walks against Stieb in his career. Sharply hit ground ball to third. All Dade has to do is step on the bag. So we go to the bottom of the first, no score. Once again, Tigers leave runners in scoring position. That was a big problem yesterday. Leading off and playing right field for the Blue Jays is Ruben Amaro Jr. Batting second at third base is Paul Dade. Batting third and DHing is Eddie Murray. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Ken Smith. Batting fifth in center field is Lloyd Moseby. Batting sixth and catching is Ernie Whitt. Batting seventh at shortstop is Steve Davis. Batting eighth in left field is Al Woods. And batting ninth at second base is Garth Orge. Dave Rozema on the mound. We've dropped him down to the number 4 spot just because he has not been productive in a while. You look at his numbers, they're not horrible, but we've been managing him very closely here, making his 22nd start, 8-4, a 3.69 ERA, 59 Ks in 114 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up the most home runs by a starting pitcher for Detroit. He's given up 17 so far. Opponents are batting .260 against him. He's got 1 complete game shutout. His fastball tops out at 86 miles an hour. His ground ball percentage is 56%. You kind of know the rest. He's not a power pitcher by any means. The 26-year-old righty goes to free agency in 1985. How has he done versus Toronto? Well, let's look at his log. He got a win on May 19th, going 7 innings, giving up 1 run on 5 hits, 6 strikeouts. That was his last best strikeout performance. You can see he got 6 and then 0 and then 0. So, that's what this game does. It gives you no consistency whatsoever. He went 3 2/3 in his last start. Not great. All right. Here is the Tigers' defense. Pretty solid out there, with the exception of Bass in center field. If we get the lead late in the game, we'll bring in Eddie Miller to play defense. Okay, here is Ruben Amaro Jr. leading off against Dave Rozema. Hey, Rosie strikes him out. 1 down. Next up, Paul Dade, batting .270, 6 home runs, popping it up. Looks like to Whitaker at second. Whitaker makes the play. 2 outs for Eddie Murray. Murray's been crushing it. He has a home run in his career versus Rozema back in his old Orioles days. He hits it pretty sharply to Whitaker, and Whitaker tosses him out. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Rosie. We go to the top of the second inning with Gibby leading off. Gibby had that pinch hit home run in the 9th inning. Kind of gave us a little hope as he walks here to lead off the second. That means hit and run. We won't be taking too many chances with stolen bases the rest of the season. as Wilson hits it right back to Stieb. The only place to first as Gibby was going. Runner in scoring position for Terry Kennedy. We have not been clutch in these situations lately. Let's see if Kennedy can get it done. He's batting .295 with 8 home runs. Striking out. 2 down for Kevin Bass. Batting .237 versus righties, and Bass walks. So we have some speed on the base path as Sweet Lou steps up. 4 for 21 in his career versus Stieb. And of course, he's a left-hander in Exhibition Stadium, but to no avail. He hits a ground ball. Every other lefty goes deep, but not our guys. Speaking of lefties, here is 3 tough ones coming up, starting with Ken Smith and then Lloyd Moseby and Ernie Whitt. Yeah, base up the middle. Oh, no! Whitaker ranges over, makes the play. Is it too late for Whitaker to get a second Gold Glove? He's been on a good roll lately. Next up is Lloyd Moseby. He lines it to right. Carries right to the glove of Glenn Wilson. 2 down. That will bring up Ernie Whitt. Ernie Whitt came in as a defensive replacement in the first game of the series when they started Amaro Jr. behind the plate, and then all he did was go 2 for 2. And a ground ball to Whitaker. There we go. Another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the third. No score. Here is Trammell leading off. Trammell pounds it into the dirt in front of home plate. Whitt commits an error. Second Blue Jay error so far today. That will bring up Greg Brock. Brock 1 for 1. He had that base hit first time up, and he flips it into the left. It will be caught by Woods. There's 1 down. We will hit and run with Hatcher. May as well try to have him do something positive. His average down to 268. Oh, line drive into center. Will it get down? Oh, no, it's going to be caught by Moseby. All right, well, we're going to try to steal second here with Trammell. Only a 72% chance. There's 2 outs. Let's see if we can get a runner into scoring position for Brett. Trammell on the go. And he does steal second base. Nice. I think that is our 100th stolen base as a team. Trammell's 11th of the season, matches last year's total. And he is in scoring position for George Brett. Come on, let's get a lefty doing something right here. There we go, base hit up the middle. Trammell around third. Scores easily. It's 1-0 Detroit. Brett coming through, as you might expect him to. Gibby up next with a runner on first. 2 down. Flying out to right. So, Tigers tack one on. We go to the bottom of the third. Steve Davis leading off. He had that error in the first inning. And here he hits a ground ball to Brock, and Brock makes the play. Slightly better rating than Eddie Murray. Murray was at 82. So, in theory, Brock is defensively superior at the moment, as Woods, a left-hander, gets a base hit into left center field. 1 out. Will Woods be going here with Garth Iorg up? Iorg, good bunter. We're going to bring in Brett. We're going to pull third base in. I don't think he's going to lay down the bunt. It's too early, but maybe we'll psych him out. Oh, he was stealing, and Kennedy throws him out. Nice. That'll clear the bases for Rosie. Garth Iorg, a 1 count, and a comebacker to Rozema, and Rosie throws it away. Iorg on second. Comedy of errors in the field today. We will pull the outfield in. I don't know if it'll do any good at all. Ruben and Amaro, no power, so we want to just prevent a duck snort from dropping in. Hardly hit ground ball to first, and that'll do it. So we go to the top of the 4th inning. with Glenn Wilson leading off with 7, 8, and 9 due up. Wilson's been quiet lately as he hits a ground ball to second. Average now down to 259. Here's Terry Kennedy. Kennedy, ground ball to third. And Kevin Bass, he walked first time up. Ground ball to short. Okay. 1-2-3 inning for Stieb. Pitchers duels so far. This is usually the inning that if Rosie's going to tank it, this is when he does it. We do have the lefties coming up. Paul Dade, first man up, base at the left. Yep. Here it comes. Bunch of lefties starting with Eddie Murray, runner on first. Ground ball to first. This could be two. Nope. Must have been a hit and run on, as the only play was to step on first. All sinkers, by the way. This is his sinker, and this is his stinker, as Will Ferrell might say. Okay, here is Ken Smith. Smith has got 502 slugging percentage. We're going to go right after him. That comebacker, ground ball to short. That'll hold Dade at second. Looks him back, goes to first. And it will leave it up to Lloyd Moseby here with 2 down. I almost want to walk him to get to Whitt. But Whitt's batting 342 overall. I guess we have to go after Moseby. Moseby a 300 hitter versus righties. Ground ball to second. Rozema gets out of the inning as Whitaker tosses him out. At first, we go to the top of the 5th. Only 1 run on 4 hits total for the 2 teams today. As Sweet Lou leads off the 5th. Third time through the lineup and a base hit for Whitaker. There we go. Leadoff man is on. Hit and run with Trammell. Why not? At least get people over, manufacture runs. Hey, a base hit into right field. That'll get Whitaker to third. With the hit and run going, we've got ourselves a shot here. All we want the Brock Ness Monster to do is hit it somewhere to the outfield. Anywhere. Nobody has a good arm out there. 2-1 count to Brock. And he will get it done with a fly ball to right. Amaro takes a couple steps back. He drops the ball. A third Toronto error. A run scores. Trammell goes to third. 2-base error as Brock is on second. And the Tigers have an opportunity here to blow it open. Here's Mickey Hatcher. We could really use something big from him right now. Ground ball to short. Will Trammell score? He does. Oh, they get the lead runner, though, at third. Brock probably shouldn't have been so aggressive there. But he's not a good base runner. That's not what he's known for. We do get the RBI on that, though, for Hatcher. That's RBI number 61. Here's George Brett. He drove in the first run back in the third. Oh, he rips it into right field. That's up against the wall. Hatcher holds at third. Thank goodness Brett has brought his bats across the border. At least one player has. He's got 4 doubles as a Tiger, 18 overall. And we got 2 runners in scoring position as Kirk Gibson steps in. Lefties are coming around finally. Oh, then Gibby strikes out. That will leave it up to Glenn Wilson to be a hero. Let's get a couple extra runs here. Hey, he flips it over the third baseman. Dade's head down against the wall in left field. A 2-run double for Glenn Wilson. It's 5-0 Detroit. That is his 10th double on the year. A nice surprise season. Glenn Wilson, if you look at his season last year, he batted .346. He was absolutely crushing it out of the gate, and then he got injured for the season. 9 months is what he missed with a severe severed elbow ligament, which is severe. Okay, let's tack on another run. Only one of these runs is earned. One of the 5 so far given up by Stieb. Kennedy walks. 91 pitches now for Stieb as Kevin Bass steps in. 1-0 count. He's batting left-handed. Slaps it to left, and it's going to be caught by Woods. So the Tigers get 4 on the board. 3 errors by the Blue Jays has absolutely sunk them so far today. Rosie heads into the bottom of the 5th, only 45 pitches, and Ernie Whitt leading off. It would be nice for Rosie to go a little bit deeper if he can, because we do have only 2 lefties in the bullpen, and we need to preserve them for the run of lefties that Rosie just got through. A ground ball from Steve Davis to Brock. 2 down. That will bring up Al Woods. Woods, 1 for 6 in his career versus Rosie. He's got a hit today. Oh, there's another one in the left center field. Is that a triple? No, he's going to hold at 2. That is a double for Woods. 7th on the season. Another surprise season for the Blue Jays. Batting .326 with almost 900 OPS. Could this be the first run of the day for the Blue Jays? We're going to pull the outfield in with Garth Iorg up. He does have 2 home runs, so he's capable as he hits a ground ball to Trammell. The Trammell throws him out. So we are going to the top of the 6th inning. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. Not a great game so far for Stieb. The player of the game, Wilson did have the 2 RBI, but Wilson has the game-winning RBI technically in the 3rd. He's got a couple of hits, including a double today. Still early. Let's see what happens here. We got Whitaker leading off. 1 for 3 today. Striking out on the changeup. Stieb had 100 pitches. He could probably go 120. Trammell up next. And a base hit for Trammell. He's 2nd hit of the day. 2 for 4 now. He's got a stolen base on the day already. We're up 5 in the 6th. So that's not enough runs in this stadium, but we're not going to try to steal just yet. Greg Brock at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. He pops it up. Every time Brock comes up, I think he's going to go deep. Iorg makes the catch, though. I guess we need to let Hatcher take a cut. I mean, he's 0 for 3. He does have an RBI. He's so due for something good. There's a sharply hit line drive into right at Amaro Jr. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rosie's only thrown 54 pitches, but I'm telling you right now, he is on a very short leash. Ruben Amaro leading off. He is 0 for 2 today, but batting .357 since he was called up, and he's going to double into the gap. Maybe 3? Yep. Is that his first career triple? It is his first career triple. So this will be the last batter. Well, let's see what happens with Murray, because he's a switch hitter. This will likely be the last batter. We will pull in the 3rd baseman with Paul Dade up. If he pulls it to the right side, we'll hold Amaro, and if not, then that run's going to score no matter what. I have a feeling. Yep. So. All right, so there is the token run, and that will do it. Now, Murray splits. Wow, they're pretty equal. Let's take out Rozema, and we're going to bring in George Capizzello. We already know what his splits look like. He gets righties out well, so Murray's going to turn around and bat right-handed, and that will play right into George Capizzello's hands. I also want to point out that George Capizzello, this is a special card that I had made that I'll be giving away for free. It is a George Capizzello 82 All-Star card in the 83 style, of course. And this is a 1 of 1. I actually have the card physically here in my hands. And that'll be part of the giveaway contest that I'm going to have coming up very, very shortly. Now that we have the all of the cards in hand, I'm just waiting for the big prize. So anyway, nonetheless, it's coming up. Trust me. Okay, here is Eddie Murray. There's nobody out. And it only gets tougher here. So Cappy facing Eddie Murray right down the middle on a full count. Dade somehow only goes one bag. It was right up the middle. It wasn't like it was, close to being caught or something. I don't know. All right, first and second. That was our really only hope. This is very likely going to get severely out of hand here. Cappy saws him off, though. That two-seamer right down the middle. He doesn't even throw it hard. That is not good. He does get Smith to pop it up to Trammell. There's one down. I would love a double play here as Lloyd Moseby steps in. He's 0 for 2 today. This guy is due. And an infield single. Come on. What a bunch of horse shit. We're going to play back for a double play. I don't know really what else to do here. If Ernie Whitt hit a grand slam, I would not be surprised. A line drive to short. Can we double off Murray? Oh, Murray gets back. Well, now do we let Capizzello pitch to Davis? He does get righties out pretty solidly, and Davis doesn't hit lefties well. And we have a lefty due up next. So I think we got to let Capizzello go for it here. This could go very badly. He does have power, so we're going to leave the outfield back. Let's see what happens. Bases loaded, 2 down. Davis walks. Fuck you. It's a garbage game. Here's Al Woods. Ground ball to short. That'll do it. We go to the top of the 7th. Tigers give up 2 runs. Larry Anderson, the new pitcher for the Blue Jays, former Tiger. He doesn't have any Tiger stats, but we had him in AAA. We just couldn't use him, but it looks like the Blue Jays have used him well. 36 games last year, 22 now with today's game. 4-3 with a 4.29 ERA. 25 walks, 25 strikeouts, and a .218 opponent's batting average. 1 save, 1 tight butthole. When his fastball tops out 91, ground ball percentage is 48.3. His splitter is very good, rated a 91. That's worth keeping. I probably should have considered that. The 30-year-old righty goes to arbitration at the end of the year. Okay, so George Brett will lead off. He's 2 for 3 today. He's got a ribby. He strikes out looking. 1 out. Next up is Gibson. Gibby. Another out. He's 0 for 3. And, I believe Gibby goes to arbitration this year. Yeah. I mean, Hatcher and what we would consider to be basically everyday players go to arbitration. They're getting new contracts. I mean, why would I keep Gibson or Hatcher at this point? Both of them are terrible. Wilson walks. Wilson is very reliable. With 2 down, we're going to let Kennedy swing away. He is a lefty. Why are all of our lefties underperforming in the stadium? Oh, there's a base hit for Kennedy. That's his first today. Oh, it's a double. He stretches it into a double despite being slow as molasses. His 6th double in a Tiger uniform. And it's 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Kevin Bass at the plate. He hits righties better than he does lefties, actually, as a switch hitter. And he pulls it to right. Get down! Yes, there's a base hit. We're definitely sending everybody. Kennedy's safe at the plate. A 2 RBI single for Bass. Tigers get those 2 runs back. 7-2 Detroit. Finally, the left-handed hitters are coming around. Whitaker walks, 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Here's Trammell. Trammell 2 for 4 with a stolen base today. And he walks. Okay, we'll take it. All the brutality we've suffered through the month of July. Ken Brockett, another grand slam! Drop it in there for a hit! That carries deep enough for Woods to make the catch. So, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to take Capizzello out. He threw 25 pitches. And we have some righties, so we can utilize our righty bullpen. We do have a 5-run lead. Maybe we should bring in Tom Filer, kind of a mop-up situation. Filer, almost 100 innings pitched. I mean, he made 17 starts for us. He has 11 more walks than strikeouts, which is why we had to take him out of the rotation. But if we don't count on him for long term, oh my God, look at this run he's on. Not great. In fact, he gave up 2 runs on 2 hits versus Toronto back on July 30th. We'll give him another shot here, though. Why not? Okay, here we go. Garth Iorg, light hitting shortstop, punches it to center. Bass makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Ruben Amaro Jr. 1 for 3 today. Struck out. Only Tiger strikeout. And come on. Unbelievable. Another triple? No. That's his 2nd career double. He's got a double and a triple today. So stupid. An 18-year-old tearing it up like it was nothing. Paul Dade pops out. And Murray facing his old teammate, Tom Filer. Rumor has it they didn't get along. Let's find out if Murray wants a little revenge here. Pass ball. Let's balk it. Let's balk him in next. Why not? Yeah, base hit. Oh, no. Ground ball to third. It just ruins everything. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Here's Mickey Hatcher. Yeah. Hatcher's completely lost it. And we don't have anybody to play third base. We got, no, he's a DH now. Do we have anybody for DH? I don't think we have another solid hitter that we could stick in that role. I guess Parrish, right? Bring up another catcher. Maybe bring up Marty Party. Or Bobby Ramos. Yeah. All right. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We got the lefties coming up. So we dare not send out Tom Filer. Good job by him, though. Okay, that means the Creeper is being called upon to do something important. And that is not to categorize his drawer full of women's panties. He's out there to get 3 outs versus left-handers. And he's not been good. He gave up 3 hits and a run, only getting 1 out and taking the loss on the 31st. Here is Ken Smith leading off against Paul Gibson. The Creeper gives up a base hit. Yeah, come on. Well, let's see what happens to Lloyd Moseby. Ground ball to first. Can we turn 2? There's a double play. We'll take it. We'll take it any way we can get it. And then a ground ball by Whitt. Good job by Gibson. Oh, come on! For fuck's sake. Unbelievable. 5 errors. This game is just ridiculous. Comebacker to Gibson. All right, we go to the 9th inning. Here's Glenn Wilson. Base hit into left. The Tigers have 10 hits now. Wilson's second. He might be in the running now for player of the game. 2 for 4, 2 ribbies. Let's see what Terry Kennedy's got. He's 1 for 3 with a walk today. He has a double. Oh, Terry Kennedy! Whoa! 443 feet. Terry Kennedy brought the boomstick. That is his 9th home run, I believe, right? 9 home runs in 46 games. I just can't give the starting job back to Parrish other than versus lefties, you know? I wish I could play him every day, but he's just terrible. 9-2, Detroit now. And they're letting Larry Anderson finish this off no matter what as Bass flies out to right. Amaro making the catch. Oh, sweet Lou. Now he has the team lead with 16 home runs. That's going to do it for Larry Anderson. There is the 16th home run for Sweet Lou. He's got big ups. A career high OPS of 783. A 350 on base percentage. Great job by Whitaker. And they're going to bring in Jerry Garvin. Now, Jerry Garvin was pitching in the majors in 1983, but if you look at his numbers, in our sim, he has not pitched in the majors since before the sim even existed. He was a 23-year-old in 1979, pitching kind of well. Maybe it was a September call-up, but he had made, well, as the expansion Blue Jays, he had 34 starts going 10-18. I believe he led the American League in losses that year. And then in 78, he went 4-12. So, anyway, he's made 1 relief appearance now in 4 seasons with 3 innings, giving up 4 runs, but all of them were unearned. This team just cannot play defense. Anyway, it's good to see a fresh face, somebody we haven't seen before. Here's Alan Trammell versus the left-hander. And Trammell gets a base hit. Do we want to stretch it into a double? No, we're up 8 runs. Let's give Greg Brock a chance here to bat versus a lefty, though. Only batting 100 versus lefties. Oh, he gets a base hit into center field. Garbay's never going to play again. Yes, we are going to send Trammell to third. He is safe. It's first and third with 1 out. And Mickey Hatcher, despite his 0 for 5, he does hit lefties decent. At least he's got that going for him. He's batting .288 versus lefties. Full count. And a gapper into left center field. Brock holds at third. That's being generous to the Blue Jays there. An RBI double for Hatcher. That's 15 hits. We've had, what is that? 6 hits now in the last 2 innings. And that is Hatcher's team-leading 14th double, I believe. 14 doubles. We're in August. Okay. Now we know George Brett's a Hall of Famer. We're going to let him bat versus Jerry Garvin. Ooh, a ground ball to third, so Brock's going to have to hold. Only play is to first. And Gibby, only Tiger left without a hit. He's 0 for 4. We'll let him bat versus a lefty. Maybe he can get off the schneid. Little lefty-lefty violence. Nope, just a deep fly ball to right. I was thinking about going deep, but we get 4 runs. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And we may as well let Paul Gibson finish this ball game off if he can handle it. Al Woods leading off. A comebacker to Paul Gibson. There's out number 1. Here's Garth Iorg. He hits right, lefties really well, batting .327. And Paul Gibson throws 4 straight balls. Runner on first. 1 out. Amaro strikes out. That is only the 2nd strikeout by a Tigers pitcher today. Both of the strikeouts are Ruben Amaro Jr. Down to the final out. Here's Paul Dade. Dade, fly ball to the left, and Gibby makes the catch. Tigers win 11-2, finish off the series and the season versus the Blue Jays. Handshakes, but slap, sloppy steaks. I know we won 11-2, but that game felt a lot closer than that. Let's take a look at the standings. Let's see, yeah. So we're back tied with the Yankees for the division lead. Boston's a half game back, of course. Baltimore, 6.5 back. Seattle's hanging in there. Let's take a look at headline news. We are advancing. I think we're still looking at yesterday as well. Yeah, July 31st, because we did the video right afterward. We didn't want to do any of this stuff, just in case there was a trade deadline trade. So anyway, Matty Keogh, 8-1 trouncing. And Tony Brewer went 2 for 3. Tony Brewer, if he was on a winning team, a better team, he might have an MVP chance. Rusty McNeely, 2 for 4. No stolen bases, though. Moving on. Then today's ball game. There's the creeper, Paul Gibson. This is a 1-of-1, folks. I got that available to give away. That's the big prize. That's what everyone wants. Toronto's offense got no help from Eddie Murray. Garth Iorg wasn't able to do anything. Lloyd Moseby did nothing. Dave Rozema, well, he's going to get the win there, didn't he? Solid 5 innings. And Lou Whitaker went 2 for 5 with a home run. I have no idea who the player of the game is. We'll have to take a closer look. Let's take a look at transactions. Oh, we got to switch this back. That's my bad. There we go. And the only transaction is Don Kaner, who's going to miss 3 weeks. He became the number 5 starter due to an injury for the Rangers, and now he's back on the IL. So he could be back 25 days. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. We'll have to analyze this box score closely to see who deserves the player of the game. A good offensive output, and really our pitchers weren't horrible, I guess. Well, Trammell had 3 hits and scored 3 runs and had a stolen base. The game-winning RBI went to George Brett, which was in the 3rd inning. So the game was over then. George Brett, additionally, had a double. And Terry Kennedy batting 300 now. That's amazing. Kennedy had a home run. Sweet Lou. This is a tough call. I don't know what. I'm not sure. I'm going to give it to Terry Kennedy. His big bomb. It's kind of arbitrary, but he also had a double. So we had 6 total bases. That's more than anybody else on the team. We're going to give it to Terry Kennedy. Dave Rozema gets the win. He goes to 9-4. And we'll take that type of outing from him every single time. The bullpen came in and did their job. They did their job. 5 errors, though. Wait. Yeah, 5 errors. Which is just ridiculous. Okay, that's going to do it. Now we're going to go home and face the Yankees. Oh, it makes total sense that we won this game, right? Because now we're tied. I don't think this series is going to mean anything, to be honest, because I think it's going to come down to the last week. But it's always fun to play the Yankees and see how we do. So it's a good measuring stick. Until then, everyone, have a great day.